Welcome back, guys. So today we'll be taking another lead code problem. Where will the ball fall? So this problem appeared in the lead code weekly contest. And yes, watch the video till the end. There is something interesting waiting for you in the end. Okay. So let's begin the problem, solving the problem. So the problem says that we have been given a 2D grid of size m cross n, and we have n balls. Okay. So in the each cell of the 2D grid, there is a diagonal which from the top left corner to the bottom right corner, and another diagonal is from the top right corner to the bottom left corner, which are denoted by 1 and -1. So the ball is dropped from each ball is dropped from the every column of the grid, and we need to determine whether the ball can reach to the bottom of the grid, and if it reaches the bottom of the grid, you need to tell from which column the ball will come at the end of the grid. So the problem is quite simple. So we need to only identify the conditions where the ball will actually where the ball will actually not come at the bottom of the grid. So let's see it first by the example. So we have a grid here. Okay. So the grid, and the grid is shown by here. So these are the, I hope you can see the diagonals in the picture. So for the first ball, what is there, it can travel to the bottom and come from the column. For the second ball, what happens, there is a V shape that occurs and the ball gets stuck in that. So due to this, the ball will never reach to the bottom. So we'll take the another ball also, there is a V shaped, due to which it never comes down. Okay. So what we need to identify the conditions from this solution. So to, one condition is this: from where the ball will never come down is this one. When a diagonal like this appears, and ball will get stuck into this, and the ball will never reach down. Another is this one. If the ball gets stuck into this portion of the grid, the ball will never come down. And the another is V shape. The V shape, where it occurs, the ball will never come down when it gets stuck into the V shape. So these three reasons we need to identify in our code, and uh, after we identify these reasons, the ball will never come out. So the answer is -1 for that particular ball. And if the ball doesn't get stuck into these balls, so it will proceed to the further rows, and hence the ball will reach the bottom eventually. So let's see how the conditions are being you need to be programmed. So the first condition is the column is equals to n-1, and the a of row comma col is equals to 1. So this determines, for this condition, let's say it is the end of our grid, and so this is, so this condition corresponds to this. So if the we are in the n-1th column, so if the ball gets stuck in this portion, so we the ball can never go up. Okay. The similar condition is for the where the we are at the starting of the grid, where the column is equal to 0. This determines for this. You can see. So here the ball will get stuck and it will never reach down. Now the another condition is for checking the V shape. So V shape, so you can see that first of all we check whether we got the top right, the diagonal that starts from the top left corner and ends at the bottom left corner. So if the diagonal is this, then we'll check whether we get the another diagonal, and the third one corresponds to this case. Now if you consider, like, we got the diagonal that was starting from the top right corner and ends at the bottom left corner. So if it starts from here, and so we check whether we have a diagonal in the left hand side of it, with that starts from the top left corner and ends at the bottom right corner. So that we check for this, and that's how we can form that we have a V shape or not. So we need to basically check about all these four conditions, and if we find any one of these conditions, so the ball gets stuck and the answer for that particular case is -1. But if the ball doesn't get stuck in any of these four conditions, the ball will eventually reach the bottom of the grid, and hence we'll get the answer. So we need only just need to make sure that we are always incrementing the row count and incrementing the column count corresponding to the diagonal. So if the diagonal is like this, so we need to do j plus plus. So we need to write column plus plus, we need to increment the column, and if the diagonal is like this, so we need to decrement it. So let's see the code of this solution problem. It will be more clear in the code itself. So guys, we have the problem, and now let's code the problem. So first of all, we'll make a solve function, and we'll code it here, and we'll return the answer from there. Let's initialize some variables. M denotes the rows, number of rows, and N denotes the number of columns. So we are making the vector named answer. The answer will contain the answer to our problem. So now we'll initialize a for loop that will iterate for every ball that is dropped over the grid. We are making the variable k so that we can iterate over the rows in the uh, grid, and the j denotes the column value over which the ball is dropped at this particular time. So we are making while loop so as to iterate all the rows and to check whether we can actually reach at the bottom of the grid or not. So here we will add all the four conditions that we have seen earlier in the video, and we'll check whether that particular ball will reach to the bottom or not. If the any of these conditions get satisfied, so it means that the ball will never reach to the bottom. So now we have written the four conditions, and now we are checking if that was a diagonal that started from the top left corner and ended at the bottom uh, right corner. So we'll increment the column, and else we will decrement the column. Flag variable indicates whether the ball can reach to the bottom or not. So if the ball cannot reach to the bottom, we'll be pushing -1 to the answer, and else we'll be pushing the column value to our answer. Now we'll return the answer from the function. And yes, we forgot to add increment the row column, so we have to increment the k plus plus. Let's run the code. So yeah, it's working. Yes, so it got accepted. So guys, if you like the video, so please press the like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. And yes, the surprise part, so I have the link posted into the description. The Pluralsight is offering the free courses worth rupees $199, so you can avail that offer from the link in the description. So do check it out guys. And if you have any doubts related to any question or to this question, you can post into the comments below and I will definitely try to solve them. Thank you guys, thanks for watching.